YouTube's Upside DIY. So I've been sorting out these suitcases here. You know, you can't see some of them. And I've been kind of just hobbling along making videos. I apologize for that. I know things kind of are kind of what they are. Blah blah blah. Defumigation, well, just been cleaning up, disinfecting. I have some peroxide and water. Hopefully 50-50. I don't know. Flashlight. Let's see. Flashlight. So yeah, I go through all this stuff every day, planning out what is going to be a video. Eventually, this has half of a Dremel. I don't really have the drill, or it kind of, but I keep the case because I want to carry other bits and things. It's easier to organize, basically, is all I'm saying. This is empty. So I'm going to try to explain the defumigation situation, whereas when I made the hand sanitizer, it was actually a defumer. This isopropyl alcohol actually evaporates, and I had it in here with some bug spray and things like that. You know, you could spray, you know, just a lot of things to get rid of bed bugs, or just small things that will actually drop waste, you know. And so yeah, you know, I do a lot of DIY things, and I added lemon. So, you know, 3 ingredients. It worked pretty good because I would get it on my hands, and then it would actually, I could dry it off on my clothes, and then I would be pretty much, you know, sanitized from other things that are in the air. You know, through the precipitation, things get heated up into a gas, and then they cool down at night into some type of liquid, so that, you know, methane, there's garbage, there's populated areas that do have, you know, there's smog. All those chemicals carry all types of different you know, chemicals and things that actually cool down, and then they get on everything. It gets on newspaper, it gets on, you know, it gets in your hair, it gets on plastic, especially in like an enclosed area, like a store. You know, I've, you know, spent quite a bit, you know, started off from the bottom, helping out you know, doing maintenance work, you know, and then going through my own spaces, whereas, you know, fixing sinks and just cleaning up and stuff, you know, finding just unpleasurable stuff like mice and things. I glued that up, and when mice get in here, there's just all types of mice droppings and urine and things. I've caught 30 mice in, like, with a live mouse trap. You know, they just scramble around, look for food. You know, I didn't have bait inside the trap, and it would still catch all the mice. And then, you know, they just kept coming, and I just said, you know, let's just find where they're coming in from. And it was under this sink. They will go through the old dishwasher, that's a new dishwasher, and then they will climb out under the dishwasher, go under the fridge, find a way up onto the counters, go under the microwave and stuff, get all in the dishes, but, you know, under the oven, inside other cabinets. So I had to actually, I've been quarantining this place for 8 years, you know, because it's an old house and things. And, well, the fumigation and things just started this year. You know, I was just thinking, you know, just doing one thing at a time. Maybe not even thinking, but just doing one thing at a time. And fumigation seemed pretty good because, you know, sometimes it's like you go outside, you know, and all that stuff in the air and stuff is around. There's stuff on the ground, there's throw up, there's all types of things that can be transmitted through a dense population that becomes overwhelming. Your body gets some of this bacteria just by breathing, in some stuff, and it starts getting into your heart, and then it starts to decompose and things within the water and things, and then your body's sending signals. Your DNA, the iron, the copper, it's sending some signals that also, start to wear out and maybe even rust. I mean, as long as there's metal, there's some rust perhaps, and your body, and just how things are in nature too. Well, just basically, it's sending a lot of signals, sending out flags, and through time, maybe 30 to 40 years, adding more stuff, and never really fixing the problem with exercise or even a good diet. So yeah, or even like on the molecular level, just taking some medication and things like that, a quarantine drink, baking soda, neutralizing acids, and things that will hinder the iron, the metal, which will create some type of rust or something. But that at that point, your body's not sending the right signals. It's getting lazier or whatever, and fat and this and that, due to just not enough information, or just you know being a person that has been exposed to those kinds of things. It does where it can take 3 to 4 years of your time, or maybe 8 years total, that you could have still, been. And all those times, those were bad times because you were feeling bad, so it pretty much takes your whole life. So the whole thing about what I'm doing with this decontamination room is this is my kitchen, and there were rodents and things in here, but with the DNA structures, and just how things are sent by signals through electrical waves, there's rust buildup, but vinegar fights rust. So that's what this whole decontamination room is, and fumigation, decontamination. But the vinegar is actually going to try to help replenish a lot of the stuff the baking soda, the quarantine drink didn't do, because it just only neutralized the acid, so the damage wasn't that severe. So you do that 1 week, you try to, at the same time, throughout the whole process, make a fumigation situation for other bacteria and out of place, things, through the precipitation, and then but then there's so you recognize the situation, and then you're on your way to fixing what you, or just accomplishing things that will help benefit your health. And so then, so since this all dried up from the defumigation, I went ahead and tried to decontaminate, and it seems to be working out. So I just had a little bit of vinegar, and this stuff's pretty strong smell. Vinegar is made from wine making. It's a byproduct of the process, whereas vinegar and alcohol and then wine or something like that happens to make layers within the liquid. The bottom might be the wine, and the top might be the vinegar and things like that. So, or the alcohol. And the thing about this is it works, because, and it's a more healthier dose from, you know, being in a small enclosed area. This is going to help whatever iron and things in here fight rust, you know, get the rust off and things like that with the vinegar. So why this all makes sense to me is because sometimes people go to the store or to somewhere, you know, that is pretty filthy, you know, in a public restroom. Um, but you know, we're all, you know, pretty much, you know, asking the same questions. So what that does is actually, you know, create bacterias and things that your brain, your cells and your signals are like, hey, I'm not ready to really go here because I have no idea what are the you know, situations. And that's how things actually work with. And when you notice it, when you do have a bad you know, even though you're wearing a mask and something does go through there and things like that, some of those masks aren't that great, you know. And plus you know, just exposing something like this of toxins and things like that that will alter the iron levels and how they're signaling and working. It activates a type of alert system that will actually have to, you know, follow up and decontaminate areas like underneath counters and underneath you know, food equipment, refrigerated equipment. If places like that have, you know, urine and even, you know, just other things that do get airborne, it makes you feel different, you know, because it's corrosive and things. So your body's sending these signals, you know. It feels some of the bacteria doesn't, you know, it doesn't get the right signal to the right organ or in the stomach, in the lung, in the heart. So, you know, by cleaning off some of the rust and the signals, it's an electrolyte. Sometimes you would think an acid type of vinegar is an acid and things. So yeah, right there, an acid can be good and bad, but I don't. Maybe it's not an acid, but people say it's an acid. So yeah, just the fumes and things helps fight the rust. You know, breaks it up like what alcohol does for grimy things. It's a cleaner. And then, you know, when you drink the baking soda and stuff, it neutralizes this acid in a way. But don't do too much. Just do one thing at a time. Just, you know, just you know, just when you do run into that bad thing, like I did, and it's pretty much on the sanitation underneath something, you know, like a cash register or whatever they have going at this place. So, you know, it could be a dead animal, you know, that got crushed inside of the electric motor. You know, you just never know those kinds of smell. But when you smell it, you know, it does give your body a signal. And then without the right, you know, there's all types of signals. It could be your hair signaling you. It could be your eyes. And with the signals, they just become more clear. And then the body can really actually seek a remedy in the immune system that, which I can't really think of right now. But you know, the more you think about this stuff, it's like the more confused you get because you learn more. You know, so that's could be another DIY. But I appreciate you guys for listening and watching my video. Leave a comment, question, or suggestion. And I'll just see you guys on the next video. This was pretty much a random video. And thanks a lot, boys and girls, guys and gals. Have a good day. Take it easy.